I caught myself again wanting to fix my mother. How many times have to go through this to actually learn to let go? Hello and welcome to another episode of ommmsome Life Design. I'm so very grateful for you being here, and this is a very personal solo episode on letting go. It's a story, and then there are going to be some things that you can do with journaling as an inner work, as your deep, intimate meeting with yourself. And I hope this serves you and it finds you on the right place and right time. Blessings. So we were sitting on the sofa having this conversation, which was totally leading into a little or maybe a big fight. And I said, stop, let's just stop here, because I knew that it's going somewhere, and I could also feel myself that I'm getting tense, and I was asking, why am I like this with my mother? I can be nice, and not even nice, but I can be very grounded and looking from a side and focused when I'm with others. And when I'm with her, I would lose my patience easily. I would want to try to fix her. I could see all the victim mode sentences and stories she's building up in her mind. And then I also knew if I'm seeing something like that in her, what is there in me that I haven't healed yet? And we kind of left behind the topic. We just went for a walk. And but before the walk, I told her, Mom, the only thing I want for you is to be really, really happy. And that's why I'm trying these things and telling you. And I know maybe I shouldn't, but I just really love you. That's why I'm doing that. And it still wasn't not that I wasn't saying it from my heart, but it wasn't that calm feeling when you could be like, okay, I love you too, and we're great, and let's just, go in the meadow full of flowers and jump as unicorns. No, it wasn't like that, but we went for a walk, and I thought I should open up a little bit more of myself and what I feel and what I do, because there's always that block in me that she doesn't understand me. So we finished the evening pretty good. We're okay. She left. She was kind of inquiring about all the victim modes and coaching and everything, but she said she had all these journals years ago, and then it didn't work out, so she burned them, and this is not working. And as far as I know, I have so many journals, and sometimes things don't work because, well, not sometimes, they often don't work because if you don't believe in them or if you don't change your habits, nothing is going to come to you if you don't work something within you. But anyhow, I didn't tell that to her, but we just like bye-bye. So the next morning I sat down and I started journaling. And here I'm going to read a little bit from my journal. So, we are the imprints of our parents, and when we meet, we often hate each other. Let's just be honest. Or we're so distracted by the things that we see in the other. We hate to see the patterns that we are so in disrespect in ourselves. We hate to see the victim mode in them, and then I'm asking myself, am I, by seeing the victim mode in you, being a victim myself? Am I just trying to fix my mother by doing all this work that I do for the world? I'm not sure. What I am sure of is that I feel less need to fix. And that's a lot of inner work that I have been doing for the past 2 years, is to see her in a way I want to see her. And I hate admitting this because I'm so good at, accepting others, except my mother. I want to see her in a particular way. Like, I want to see her in this certain way, and I get super, super disappointed if I don't see her that way. I'm trying to see her as I want to see her. I'm just repeating this for many times because I really want to soak that in. And when it doesn't match, we clash. So in my journals, I want to get to the solution. So, okay, so the solution, what would be the solution for this? And as I have gone through many teachings and teachers and programs, Acceptance. Oh, fuck that shit, right? I accept you choosing your own path. And this is where it got really teary. The path that for me seems to be suffering. I love you so much and I want to save you, but I can only save you by accepting you as you are. And this was really, really difficult for me, because you can also go with whichever person you are referring this to. It's very difficult accepting them where they are, and if you see that suffering, but maybe for someone else, the way that I live, they see the suffering and I don't see it. They're trying to save me. But anyhow, that's another story. Let's continue. But I can only save you by accepting you as you are. You love to complain and live in the victim mode, and I have been focusing on that. I have only seen that. This is again where I caught myself. Why do I see her in victim mode? Why don't I focus on the good things that she is? Again, my own teachings. I can choose again. Now, I accept you and I see the good. I saw how you dressed up for the holiday. I see how we're adults who actually stopped the fight. Actually, we didn't have the fight. We didn't go into that. We just stopped the conversation. I accept. I choose to see good. I let go. I let go of my expectations of how I think you should be. And this is where a funny joke comes in. You know, we're all like, let go, just let go. I don't think, and I haven't seen one, you know, the quotes, there's just always let go or letting go. But letting go of your expectations of how the other person should be. Mark this for yourself. This is brilliant. It's going to save your life. You know, when they teach you to let go, but they forget to mention you have to let go of the expectations of how people, things, circumstances, countries, everything should be. So, I go forward with my journaling. I choose to accept you as you are. I choose to see good in you. I choose to let go of my expectations of you. I choose to see you in love. I choose freedom. I am free. It's how I started feeling better when I started writing that like this. But then again, I was a little bit, if I choose to see good in you, do I really accept you as well? So I journaled further. I choose to see you as you are. I accept you as you are. I choose to focus on good. I think that's much better. I choose to focus on good in you. So letting go of my expectation. I choose to let go of my expectations of you. I free myself. I am free. I am love. When we're letting go, we're focusing on what we're losing. Do that switch. So what can you gain? What benefits can come out of this? And this is a task that you can do for yourself. If I let go of my old self, and this is just write down who you are now, and that can be in a relationship with your parents, with whoever you are with. You can choose letting go of your addiction maybe to food, to relationships, to love, to new experiences. Or like trying to fix my mother and not accepting her as she is. Or maybe traveling as being an escape for not feeling my feelings of what I'm feeling here and now. Or maybe the low self-esteem when I don't believe that my podcast or the things that I do are worth doing. So, and this is where, and I wish I could show you the visual with this, but you can always ask me, I can always help you with. So write down the reward afterwards. So the addiction, if you let go of the addiction in you, what is the reward? And for me, it's first thing is like the reward of building new habits, and new habits, they do feel good in the long term. But eventually it gives me the freedom. So the reward is the freedom, and I see like, okay, like if I get away from this addiction of food and relationships and whatever other things, I gain freedom. Fixing my mother or hustling instead of acceptance, I could feel that my reward could be being in peace with myself. And traveling is maybe the escaping route for not feeling my feelings of here and now, and always just going for the new. Grounding, I feel grounded wherever I am, and free. Again, the freedom, that's my core value. So this is me understanding me. Again, you have to go through your own process, and you will gain other insights when you do this exercise. And then the low self-esteem, if I get rid of that, I gain wings to do and to go for everything that I really want and desire with that high self-esteem. So again, I gain the freedom, I gain the wings, and there's that sense of I can. And that's just by this short journaling session that I did. It didn't take me more than 5 minutes, I think, but it's really like thinking of, okay, I let go of those my expectations. I let go of my old self. What is that old myself? And I write down what is the old me that I want to let go of. What is going to be the reward? And then the third thing that I do, I write like a manifestation, like those, you can call them affirmations, but I write them in a text, so it's more like a manifestation. And hear this: I am grounded and content. I changed the content. I had written actually satisfied, but I changed it for content. Content, because satisfied is like I'm going to sit on the sofa and be satisfied and not going to do anything. But content is like this nice, deep feeling of like, okay, I'm good. And then I can go for whatever I desire and some yumminess in my life. So I'm grounded and content where I am at any given moment. That's really big for me. Still always growing and expanding, living, experiencing. I love how accepting my mom gave me peace of mind and also freedom to just let me be me and let her be herself and let myself be me. I feel free, grounded, and knowing I can achieve everything, yet I allow that universe to do it all as I just watch this life unfolding. So that's my manifestation. But what is important there is to get into the feeling and get into the groundedness of the how that future could feel and be for you. So this is inspired by many teachers that I have gone through, and this is also inspired by habit making, and I love mixing spirituality with information from high achievers and from biohacking. It's all a mixture of that, and that's what I also teach and do in my private sessions. So if you feel the call for adventure to have a mentor, or maybe just join a journaling class, but that's a group class, so just feel free to email me, ommmsome@gmail.com, or just, send me a DM on Instagram. Because this is what I truly love doing, affirmations, manifestations, but there is an inner work that you have to go through with before. I don't believe that I could just write this without actually understanding how much I need to accept and let go of my expectation of my parents. And when I do that inner work, I can manifest, and what I manifest for myself is the freedom, as that is my core value, which I also found because I have journaled a lot and I've done a lot of self-work. But you can do it step by step. It's also, what I'm showing here is a possibility for you to change and to just become more free and more, whatever it is, like more free, more grounded, more in peace with yourself, and just relax and be like, okay, I'm enjoying this life. This life is a fucking amazing experience for me. Thank you so much for listening. I'm very grateful for each and every person who listens, and thank you for finding me as well here. And please just let me know if you have listened to this. And you can always, that's a huge thing for me, if you press subscribe or give me a comment or follow whichever platform you're using, and share it with your friends. That's a huge help. I know there's someone who would need this, and for me, even one person who changes something in their lives, it's a big win. Have an amazing day. Ciao.